Special edition of Pickyman News, Decision Night in America, presented by Pickyman News. So far, the election has been pretty tight between the presidency. At the time of this episode, Joe Biden is leading with 248 electoral votes, and President Trump has 214 electoral votes. But we'll get more into that later in this episode. Now, let's dive into the Senate balance of power. Currently, at the time of this episode, the Democrats have 47 seats in the Senate, and the Republicans have 48. And Pickyman News projects that the Republicans will continue to hold on to the majority in the United States Senate, with 52 seats. Republican candidate Tuberville flipped the seat in Alabama. The seat in Arizona was flipped by Mark Kelly. Also, the Colorado seat was flipped by Mr. Hickenlooper. And currently, as it stands, the state of Alaska is leaning towards the Republican senator. The state of Georgia is leaning towards a Republican senator. The state of North Carolina is leaning towards a Republican senator. The state of Michigan, a battleground state, is leaning towards a Republican senator. Now, let's check the balance of power in the House of Representatives. Earlier on Tuesday night, the Republicans were leading the seats in the House. But as of the recording of this video, the Democrats are leading with 200 seats, and the Republicans have 185 seats. It's likely that the Democrats will hold the majority in the House. Now it's time to check out state governor races. All the governor races have been confirmed. The state of Delaware has elected Democrat candidate Carney to be their next governor. Indiana has elected the Republican candidate Holcomb to be the next governor of Indiana. Missouri elected Republican candidate Parson to be the next governor. And in Montana, the governor was flipped. In this election, the Republican candidate has won in Montana. The battleground state of North Carolina has elected the Democratic candidate Cooper. In North Dakota, they elected the Republican candidate Burgum to be the next governor. In the state of New Hampshire, they elected the Republican candidate Sununu to be the next governor. Utah elected the Republican candidate Cox. The blue state of Vermont elected the Republican Scott. And in Washington, it was a pretty tight race there, but they elected the Democratic candidate Inslee to be re-elected as governor. And finally, in West Virginia, they elected Republican candidate Justice to be the next governor of West Virginia. And the race you've all been waiting for, the presidential race. It is pretty tight between Joe Biden and President Trump. And it is actually really hard to say who is going to win at this time. But here's some news about it. Joe Biden has won the split vote in Nebraska. Trump has won the split vote in Maine. From our sources, we project Wisconsin will go towards Joe Biden with its 10 electoral votes. But as of the recording of this episode, Biden is leading in Michigan with 49.6%, or a 38,000 vote difference. So it's a too early to call state. In the state of Pennsylvania, President Trump is leading with a 52.7% lead, or by 300,000 votes. In North Carolina, President Trump is leading with 50.1%, or about 100,000 votes. And in the state of Georgia, President Trump is leading with 50.2%, or just 80,000 votes. In the state of Nevada, with its 6 electoral votes, Biden is barely leading with a 49.2% lead, or a 8,000 vote difference. And in the state of Alaska, Trump is leading with a 63.6% of the vote, or about a 60,000 vote difference. So, the Pickyman News projection of who will be the President of the United States, well, it's too close to call. We will not be making that projection in this special edition of Decision Night in America. If you did enjoy this special edition of Pickyman News Decision Night in America, make sure to like the video. We will see you in the next one. We will keep you updated on the election within the next Pickyman News episode. Good night.